Start பண்ணலாம்.
Vakrutunda Mahakaya Suryakoటి Samaprabha Nirvighnan Kuru me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Namah Suryaya Chandraya Mangalaya Budaya Cha Shukra Shanivyascha Rahuve Ketuve Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
First pranayam. Inhale deeply with Va. Exhale deeply with C. Position body. Follow me through 7 times. Mm. 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 Mm.
Transcendental Kriya consciousness, that is the first pranayama. Inhale deeply, Dwa, exhale deeply, see. Sushumnadi, follow me through 7 times. In the deep transcendental Kriya consciousness, that's the second pranayama. Inhale deeply, Dwa, and exhale deeply, see halfway through. Follow. The deep transcendental Kriya consciousness is the third pranayama. Inhale deeply with Dwa, and exhale deeply with see with single breath. Follow me through 7 times.
COVID-19 seriousness is going lesser and lesser every day, but still the threat is still there. So let's continue. Then the Maharishi prayer to Lord Vishnu to get us out of this problem completely, 100%. So let's do this shloka with Mother Babaji's name also. His blessings. 7 times.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanadaya Shri Mahavishwave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanadaya Shri Mahavishwave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanadaya Shri Mahavishwave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanadaya Shri Mahavishwave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanadaya Shri Mahavishwave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanadaya Shri Mahavishwave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantrayaya Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanadaya Shri Mahavishwave Namaha.
Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Before we start the satsang, I know many of you are not here today, but if you are watching a little late the YouTube video, I just want to mention that I sent a poster a couple of days ago in our WhatsApp group. There is going to be a celebration of declaration of this October month in the state of Florida. There are 5 or 6 other states also declared this. That October is a month of Hindu heritage, and we are glad to Let all of you know that we are part of the festival celebration that's happening in Castleberry Temple in Orlando. So we are sponsoring that meeting, and me and Josh will be there. And we'll be driving there on Sunday early morning. If anybody wants to join with us to come to the meeting, help us with the program, our group, I will appreciate that, or at least your mental support. I pray and everything will be useful to also. I'm trying to put the Zoom meeting from there. Oh no. I'm sorry, I was on the mute all the time. I didn't see it. So, okay. So I'm sorry for the group. Those who are trying to attend, and then maybe it are gone because there's no volume. All right. I'm sure there's some reason for everything. Babaji knows. But anyway, so the announcement again is about the Hindu Heritage Month, the October month being declared as the Hindu Heritage Month by the state of Florida. And of course, there are other 5 or 6 states also that is participating in this celebration and in the Heritage Month. Florida is one of the state, so we thank the governor for announcing this information to us. We definitely need the support from state and central government, and also spread our Sanatana Dharma, the universal oneness of our religion, as well as the yogis and rishis. So we are celebrating this, and we are sponsoring this meeting arranged by one of the association, Central Florida Hindu Heritage Association there. So we met the person, and we are sponsoring this program. So regarding this, we are going to be part of the program, and I'll be giving a lecture also, and I'm sure Jess will be participating too. So you are welcome to join us. We will be starting from early morning on Sunday, 17th, right? 24th, right? 24th. 1 week from today, that is 24th, in the morning, we'll be starting. So most probably you won't have the program, right? You won't be able to come for the program, 5:30. So we won't be having meditation class again 1 more week next week also, because we are celebrating Babaji's instructions. We are doing this. We ask his permission, and we are allowed to go there and present our university also to the group there. We are coming there, and what our university is doing to uphold our Hindu heritage and culture, particularly our yoga and meditation techniques to attain the mukti as well as attain the immortality, as Babaji always say that human souls are immortal. And to realize this in practical life, we are giving all the techniques and tools from our university, and again instituted by Babaji himself. We are all working as tools in his hands, media. So we'll be giving the information as a flyer also to everybody, and I'll be giving a small talk among the other program activities. So all of you are welcome to join. Anybody starting from here, from Pembroke Pines and Miami, please let us know if you want to join us. We'll take you there and drop you back in our location. So I just wanted to let you know that. And again, as Yeshua is telling, there won't be any meditation program next week, is because we'll be in the Castleberry Temple in Orlando on that day for the whole program. Okay. Any questions? You may call me at 786-231-8345, or email me also. I'll have an email address. I will input it in the WhatsApp group also. If you want to join us also, let us know in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Is there anything else you want to say about the meeting? With that information, we are going to start our satsang. Let's do that. So for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about the similarities of Babaji's first Kriya initiation. It's a little different from what we are doing in the university because of the different timings. Babaji asked us to give it in a different way. But the way Babaji was teaching to Lahiri Mahashaya and Yoganam Tosharji and Yoganandaji and everybody, Paramahamsa Yoganandaji and everybody. This is different. They went straight into the third level initiation of ours, which we are doing here, which is the third eye meditation. And Babaji says that this in his book, that this is very similar to most of the other initiations from the 18th. And he has revitalized in our age, and we are giving his third level initiation here at Yama University. The same meditation like all other siddhas, and we are going through that. Let's continue with that lessons. And this week, Sathsang, we are going to talk about the similarities of this first level yoga initiation by Kriya Yoga, Babaji to Thirumoolar. Thirumoolar, who wrote the Thirumandram. All of you are familiar with that one, hopefully. Thirumandram is the 10th Thirumurai in Tamil, 10th Thirumurai. And it's like a textbook of Siddha Yoga. And we're going to talk about Thirumoolar. Many of you might have heard of his history also. Straight from Kailash all the way to South India, and then now he stayed in Thiruvadurai as Thirumoolar. Okay, and that's why he wrote one poem for each year. So for 3,000 years, he wrote 3,000 poems. And we are so lucky to have the poem in our hand. And it's been translated by Team Ganapati of one of my gurus, Marshal Govindan. And it is available also. And we are also planning to do something very soon from our university on this Thirumandram. With the intro, I am going to read from the book. பதினெண் சித்தர்கள் மிகவும் புகழ்பெற்று விளங்குபவர் திருமூல மகர்ஷி ஆவார். So out of the 18 siddhas, Thirumoolar is one of the popular and famous and well-known one. இவர் ஆதிசித்தனான சிவபெருமானால் நேரடியாக ஆசிரியை பெற்றவர். According to the tradition, Lord Siddha Thirumoolar were directly blessed by Lord Shiva himself. 3000 ஆண்டுகள் வாழ்ந்து திருமந்திரம் என்னும் 3000 பாடல்கள் கொண்ட அரும்பெரும் வேதத்தை உலகத்திற்கு வழங்கியவர். So he lived for 3,000 years, and he wrote, in fact, he lived 3,000 years after writing this Thirumandram. So each year he wrote one poem. So we have 3,000 poems available in Thirumandram. Nandi Maharshiidam நேரடியாக உபதேசம் பெற்றவர். His direct guru is Nandisha. Nandi is very close to Lord Shiva at the time. Nandi நேரடியாக உபதேசம் பெற்றவர். குடிவிட்டு குடுவாயும் அங்க பிரவேச சித்தியில் தன்னை மூலன் என்ற சிறுவனின் உடலுக்கு மாற்றிக்கொண்டு உடலை காயசக்தி மூலம் அழியா நிலைக்கு கொண்டு வந்து அதன் மூலம் திருமூலர் என்று பெயர் பெற்றவர். So one of 16 steps of the yoga, we have the Anga Pravesha Siddhi. Anga Pravesha Siddhi, where your soul, Atman, can get out of the body and can travel. Not only it can travel, but also get into other people's body. Particularly if somebody is dead body, this soul Atman can enter. And this is one of the techniques used by Siddhas. A lot of good things, as well as to get this ability to progress in spiritual path. The ability comes automatically and live for a longer period of time. Even if the body is dead, they can go out and then come back and join. So that is what they do in Jiva Samadhi also. Even though the physical body is dead and gone, his soul, Atman, is still alive, so they can come and live and do all the chittus to people. It is happening quite often, particularly in southern part of Tamil Nadu, because we have 18 Siddhas living there. In fact, all the important temples in South India, including Chidambaram, Parni, and all those places, we still have the Jiva Samadhi of the 18 Siddhas. And Siddhas bless all the people praying there in the temple with their soul and Atman there. Vibrations are still there. And also, if you go to southern part of India, particularly Tirunelveli side and Rajapalayam, place called Rajapalayam, we have a lot of Jiva Samadhi. In fact, me and Jeshi has gone to a couple of Jiva Samadhis also and felt the vibration penetrated there also. So the technique of this Anga Pravesham is evidenced by this, a lot of Jiva Samadhis there, and people are still there. One of the famous Siddha, the Pulipani Chittar, is Jiva Samadhi is very close to my native place. And we have been there. Even today, if you go there, you see a big lake with the strong impressions of the Pulipani Chittar, the Puli. It comes as a Puli is what? Tiger. Tiger's impressions still there, and we are blessed to see that place also. So a lot of evidences in South, so it's not our imagination. Scientific evidences are there. If you really deeply meditation, you can feel. You can definitely feel, just like you feel Babaji's vibration or deep meditation. You can feel other siddhas too. The reason I'm telling is Thirumoolar Maharishi is there in Thiruvavadudara temple, as well as he is in Chidambaram. That is one of his Jiva Samadhi place. Anybody goes to Chidambaram, he should be able to see his Jiva Samadhi's vibrations also. So their intro, let me continue. Thirumoolar என்று பெயர்பட்டவர் இவரின் பெருமைகளை கூற நாவில்லை. So you can't. The achievements he has made in the Kali is uncomparable, and we don't have the words for it. எழுத ஓலை இல்லை இவர் எழுதிய நூல்கள் பல உண்டென்றாலும் எழுத ஓலை இல்லை இவர் எழுதிய நூல்கள் பல உண்டென்றாலும் மனிதன் சித்த நிலையை அடைய என்ன செய்ய வேண்டும் என்று சிறப்பாக வழிகாட்டும் திருமூலர் கருக்கடை 600 திருமூலர் தீட்சாவது ஆகிய அறிநூல்கள் போற்றி பாதை கொண்டவை. There are other books, even I'm not familiar, but Venkatamanji writes about them. I think Babaji might have informed him. Is one book called Thirumoolar Karakkadai 600. There's another book, of course, Tirumandramala, if you know. And then Thirumoolar Diksha Vidhi, another book. Those are all very rare books which are unavailable, but those books also he wrote. The நூல்கள் மிகவும் உயர்வான முறையில் கிரிய யோக சாதனை என்பதை கிரியா யோகத்தின் முதல் பயிற்சி என்பதை தெளிவாக கூறியுள்ளார். In this book, he has given very clearly the first level initiation of Kriya Yoga. அதனை இங்கு உங்கள் முன்பு சமர்ப்பிக்கிறேன். So Venkatamanji is giving us some of the poems from here. இவர் எழுதிய திருமூலர் கருக்கடை 600 நூலில் 134, 135வது பாடல்களில் கிரியாவின் முதல் பயிற்சியின் அற்புதங்களை தெளிவாக கூறியுள்ளார். Venkatamanji somehow got hold of this book and he is giving us poem 134 and 135. Let me read this first and then I will give the meaning to it. மூக்கு நுனியில் மூட்டு மனதை நீ மூக்கு நடையோடு முழங்கும் சபைதான் மூக்கு நடைவிட்டு முன்னோடி போகாது மூக்கின் ஒளியோடி மூட்டும் பிரம்மாண்டமே பிரம்மாண்டமும் மூட்டி பேசுமே முன்னின்று கர்மாண்ட காண்டம் கடுகு பொடியாச்சு தர்மாண்ட மோட்சம் தனியாய் பார்த்துள்ளே நிர்வாண்ட சித்தாய் நிலைத்திடு மூலியே. என்று மூக்கின் நுனியின் கூர்மையான பகுதியே நுனிப்பகுதி என்பதாகும். மூக்கின் மேல் பகுதியே கூர்மையாக உள்ளது. ஆகவே மூக்கின் நுனி என்பது ரூமத்தி ஆகும். Again, we have a twilight language paribhashai. When you say மூக்கின் நுனி, that is the ruvamati. That is the center of the eyebrows. Like if you see this mukku nose, if it goes at the center is the sharp portion of the our nose, right? Sharp portion of nose, and then that is there, and that is the place he's talking mukuni. You say mukuni, don't think of this. Mukuni is actually here, this spot where the nose ends. So it comes under ruvamati, the center of the eyebrow. Okay. Having said that, மனதை நிலைப்படுத்துவதன் மூலம் அங்கு மனமானது அடங்கி ஒடுங்கி எங்கும் ஓடாமல் நின்று அதனால் உயிர் எனும் ஜீவ அணுவானது பிரகாசிக்கும் என்றும் இவ்வாறு பிரகாசிப்பதன் மூலம் சூட்சும உடலாகிய மனோமய கோஷமானது பிரிந்து பேசும் என்றும் frozen where? No. Yeah.
Sorry, because here it's
okay. பிரிந்து பேசும் என்றும் இதனால் உடலானது look at this very carefully, very deep information here. Interesting. மனதை நிலைப்படுத்துவதன் மூலம், so when you meditate in this மூக்கு நுனி, நுனின்னு சொல்றது tip of the nose, not this tip, but we're talking about this tip, the back. On your back, when we meditate, manadu adangugirathu. Your mind gets stabilized. So how do you get your mind stabilized? By meditating on the Ruvamati, which is the nose tip, which is also eyebrow center. Okay, that is where we put the bindi. So see how much importance of bindi place is given by our ancestors. Some of you think ashamed of doing the bindi from the normal place, do it again. Every time you touch your third eye, the bindi place, that you are touching your third eye, and it's kind of a meditation. This is our ancestors have done. Most of the customs we do without knowing. They all have meaning to it, and it's good for you. So your mind is getting control if you focus there. Adangi odingi engum odamal nindru. When it stays there for a long period of time, uyir enum jiva anuvanadu. So we know that our jiva anu, our jivatma is there in that place, right? We already talked about another class, the location. This one engum odamal. So when it's rotating at a lot of speed, right? Then at a point, because you're focusing there, it just stops. Nindru stops. Adanal uyir enum jiva anuvanadu. When it stops, what happens? உயிரினும் ஜீவ அணுவானது your jiva atman is pragasikum. It will get its light. When you see light there, that's what it means. It's slowly stopping. So indication. So when you don't get scared when you see the light there, bright light, and don't think that is the ultimate end, but that is the beginning. So that means that your mind is subsided. I mean, Atma is subsiding from meditation. பிரகாசிக்கும் என்றும் இவ்வாறு பிரகாசிப்பதன் மூலம் சூக்ஷ்ம உடலாகிய மனோமய கோஷமானது பிரிந்து பேசும். So when we become light there, your sukshma body can come out from the physical body. So that is the easy way to getting out of the physical body. It will be ready. மனோமயத்தை பிரிந்து பேசும் என்றும், and it will also speak on its own. So this is where people get a lot of information, right? When people say God is speaking to me, Guru is speaking to me, all the other things, and this is what happens. I know one of my favorite YouTube video I watch. This lady always says God is talking to her. God is asking her to do all this, right? And of course, many other people think that she's crazy and she's doing, but she does a lot of activities. She does spend a lot of money. And she has a college school run, and she also has a political party. All those things, right? But she says God is asking her to tell, and she doesn't care anybody. And she's telling the absolute truth, right? I've been there. There's a lot of people who say that God is speaking to them, and they are just doing it. Same thing happens to the Guru also. When you think your Guru is speaking to you and everything, that's what happens, because your Jivatman separates from your physical body and gets connected to them. Then your intellect getting any message. Most of the scriptures are written like that. Bible, our Bhagavad Gita, or Vedas, they're all written like that only. Because that when they say, God has spoken to me, God is asking me to write this, that's what it is. Just like Venkatraman just wrote the book by connection with Mahamata Babaji, same thing, right? Nothing much different. சூட்சமடலாகிய மனோமய கோஷமானது பிரிந்து பேசும் என்றும் இதனால் உடலானது கடுகு போன்று தோன்றும் என்றும். This physical body, when by deep meditation, when the body is separating, when the jivatma is separating from the physical body, the sukshma body will look like kadugu. Kadugu means pop seed, right? Mustard seed. Mustard seed is a pop seed. It will look like a tiny pop seed. Okay. இதனால் உடலானது கடுகு போன்று தோன்றும் என்றும் இந்நிலையில் மோட்சம் எனும் இரவா நிலை கிடைக்கும். So this is what they say moksha. Right? This is the definition of moksha with Kriya yogi. This is where you attain the moksha, and you will have the ability to not to be born again and not to die again. Okay, this is the only thing we should ask when we happen to see Lord Shiva or anybody. Don't forget. So that's always repeat to say when he is asking, "What do you want?" You should say, "Irava Prava Nilai," and we should stay with him. We should never die. We should stay with him all the time. That means we are going immortality. Remember that this is what you should ask for. When you ask, don't ask for money, don't ask for this and that, but ask for this state. That is how all the 18 Siddhas, because Lord Shiva is the only one who can give immortality. There are no other gods and goddesses, because they are all specialized. So we Siddhas always pray with him. And many of the Vash Yoga techniques also focus on Lord Shiva. So if he happens to appear to you, and he asks, what do you want? Why are you coming in again and again? Ask for this. Deathless life, and deathless life, birthless life, to be with him all the time, to be with Lord Shiva all the time. Everything automatically will fall down. Okay, it falls to you. இரவா பிரவா நிலை கிடைக்கும் என்றும் எனவே இந்நிலையில் நிலைத்திருப்பாய் என்றும் கூறுகிறார். So therefore we stay in this mindless state of focusing on the third eye, on the Pruvamati, center of the eyebrow. Okay, stay there. Okay, or Mukhnuni. That means the sharp portion of your nose. Okay, so that's what you're doing. That's the first initiation by Babaji, and third initiation by Yoga University. Same thing. That's what you're doing, right? Yeah, I have a detailed class on this, the location and how to find it, what are different ways. You know, there are a lot of siddhas I've written down, poems on this. Okay, so I can go on this, but I don't want to deviate. So let us be there. So the same thing Thirumoolar says in his Karikadi 600, his book. And I continue. We'll continue with this poem. Thirumoolar's poem. கண் பார்க்க கிட்டாது காண அரிதி எண்ணீர் நண்பாக பார்க்கவே மறக்கும் சொல்லி மறக்கும் சொல் நந்தி. He is talking about his guru also, Nandi. நன்றாக பார்க்கவே மறக்கும் சொல் நந்தி பொன்பட்ட கண்டென்றும் வைத்து முனை மூக்கில் தென்பட்ட நாளும் சிதையாமல் நோக்கிடே. போதுமையின் நோக்க புக்க வெளியதான் நீதமாய் மெல்ல நிலையற்ற நீ பாராய் காதம் அல்லகான் கண்ணும் கடுக்கக்கான் சாதமுறையோடு தப்பாமல் பார்த்திடே. கண்ணு கடுக்கக்கான் தப்பாமல் பார்க்கவோ தனஞ்செயவோ நந்தி, தப்பாமல் பார்க்கவோ தனஞ்செயவோ நந்தி ஒப்பாக உன் செயல் ஊடி ஒளியாகும் முப்பாழும் தாண்டி முடிய மட்டும் தோன்றும் அப்பா உன்மேல் வாதி என்று இல்லையே. மகத்தான விந்து மகத்துவமானது மனந்தானோ விந்த விழி தாண்டி கூடிற்று மனந்தானோ மாயத்தில் மருவி அலைந்தது மனந்தானோ நீதான் மாறாத போதவே. பிரம்ம விசாரத்தை பேசும் வேதாந்தம், பிரம்ம விசாரத்தை பேசும் அறநூல்கள், பிரம்ம விசாரத்தை பேசும் 18, பிரம்ம விசாரத்தை பேர் அறியார்களே. This is the poems again, a lot of olden days Tamil as well as Paribhasha Twilight language. என்று நந்தீஸ்வர மகர்ஷியின் உபதேசப்படி கண்கள் இரண்டையும் ஒன்று சேர்த்து உயர்த்தி ரூமயமான மூக்கின் மேல் நுனிமேல் வைத்து மனதையும் அவ்விடத்தில் வைப்பதன் மூலம் மனம் அலையாமல் ஒடுங்கும் என்றும் Like Babaji will long sentence. Let me stop here and then explain first. So for Nandi, for Thirumoolar Siddhar, his Guru Nandi sir or Nandi instructed him to do meditation like this, and that is what Thirumoolar also let us know. Remember, Nandi got from Lord Shiva. You remember that, right? Nandi from Parvati, and Parvati got from Lord Shiva, and they all got access to Lord Shiva anytime, even for asking questions, right? So from there, the information is coming to us. This is what Nandi Maharshi told, Nandiswar told. There's an instruction for this technique. Kankal இரண்டையும் ஒன்று சேர்த்து, you have to take both the eyes and together. உயர்த்தி, should raise both the eyes. புருவமையமான மூக்கின் மேல் நுனியில் வைத்து, புருவமையம், the center of the eyebrows, or மூக்கின் நுனி, or the tip of the nose, which is the top tip. Let's say top tip and the bottom tip, that we will differentiate. We're talking about the top tip or the bottom of top tip, and you raise your eyebrows and focus on this place, Romati, or the top nose, top part of the nose, tip of the nose, top tip of the nose. இவ்வாறு ஒடுங்கும் என்றும், when you do that, your mind will be stabilized, it will be focused, it will be concentrated. இவ்வாறு ஆரம்பத்தில் அலையும் விழிகளையும் மனதையும் மெதுவாக பயிற்சி நிறுத்தி, do it slow and steady. Don't be so greedy. Slow and steady, because you don't want to get trouble. Because remember, some people get headache. Too much energy, so initially is not good. So go steady, slow. There's another reason why in our yoga university, he gives only the third step. Those who progress to the first step, the second step, and then he gives the third step. Okay, so follow that. நிறுத்தி கண்கள் கடுக்கும் முறையில் மனதை நிறுத்தி கண்கள் கடுக்கும் முறையில் சாதன முறையில். So first your eyes will hurt a little bit, and it will become red also sometimes, because you're opening your eyes and then you're focusing on this for a long period of time, right, without closing towards the Pruvamadi, right, and rising also. So there's some intention there. So kan kadukkum, so you will have some feeling a little bit. வரையில் காதல் தப்பாமல் செய்து வர தனஞ்சயன் எனும் கபாலத்தில் வீற்று இருக்கும் ஜீவசக்தியானது அபியாசத்தால் ஒளி பெற்று உள் ஊடும் என்றும். Thirumoolar even say exactly what is making this light. The Vayu, the air, which is called Dhananjayan, which is also there in the head, in the brain. That is a Vayu that makes so much light. Okay, once you meditate on the things, look at how much science they have given. Exactly say what is happening there and what place. That's why we always call it yoga university spiritual science, what we're talking about. The experience and amazing information. ஒளிபெற்று விளங்கும் என்றும் இதனால் ஞானம் கிட்டும் என்றும். What will happen? You get the jnana automatically. Jnana. In Tamil, there is two kinds of knowledge. Pattarivu, Suttarivu. I always tell in my classes, in the lessons we're talking about, many of you know about it. Pattarivu, Suttarivu. Pattarivu means the knowledge you get by reading. Like, you have a master's degree, you have a PhD degree, of course you have to go through the exams, so you study them, so you get some knowledge, right? Then apply it. The same way, that knowledge is Pattarivu. That knowledge is Pattarivu. Padithu therinjikkirathu. That means you study and you understand and apply it. Suttarivu, the knowledge that comes by focusing on your third eye, focusing on your eyebrow center. That's what they're talking about. Yes, jnana, we have a term for it in Tamil. I don't think there's any language, any other language have this term. That is called Suttarivu. Pattarivu, Suttarivu. Knowledge just coming out of this. Some of you remember in Lord Muruga and Avayar, the saints said that when he was asked, Lord Muruga will ask in the story, novel param. Tamil, English. Novel param. Jamun Hindi. Novel param in English. So when this lady Siddha, see, this lady Siddha has very close association with Lord Muruga, right? And because she knows Lord Shiva, she has met Lord Shiva.
Jamun fruit.
Huh?
It's called jamun fruit.
Jamun fruit in English also? Okay. It's called jamun fruit. In Tamil, we call Navarparam. So this lady Siddha was so hungry, and she was praying. Remember, these Siddhas always depend on Lord Shiva and their gurus. And so Lord Shiva and her guru is Lord Muruga. So she was praying, and she was asking. This lady is so smart. She always goes to the sons of the Lord Shiva, like Vinayagar and the famous Vinayagar Agaval. We always see the one we do. That was given by Avaya herself. How she was given? Because because Vinayagar took her directly from her place to Kailash. You know the story, right? No? Okay. So let me briefly tell the story. There's a Avayar is a Siddha, very devoted to Lord Shiva, and of course his sons Vinayaga and Muruga also, and she goes to one of the famous place we call the Sadragiri Malai. She went to Sadragiri Malai, which where the 18 Siddhas are residing those days. Now they now also have a temple there, but they can see them. You can meet them personally those days. So she went there with all the, climbed up the mountain, and she was praying the 18 Siddhas, and then they came and blessed her, and then they were talking, and suddenly they were telling that they had to go to Kailash. Lord Shiva is calling them. They were in an emergency meeting. The Lord Shiva, so 18 Siddhas were rushing, and then they all just disappear, right? Because they know how to go. Anga Pravesh, right? So they disappear. They all go to Kailash. And this lady Siddha doesn't know what to do. So they can, the Siddhas can fly also over the air, and then they can reach fast. So she was praying Lord Ganesh, and see all the Siddhas are gone. I also want to go to Kailash, meet Lord Shiva, and all these people are going. Please help me. And then then she was, Lord Vinayaga was asking, where in such a hurry? You always pray, give the prayer to me and then only ask certain things, and I give it to you. Today you didn't even give me any poem. I like your Tamil poem, you didn't even give it to me. So, I feel somewhat crazy as I was speaking. And then Lord Muruga is asking her, why are you doing this? Lord Vinayaga is asking, why are you doing this? I need a poem from you. He demands her, give me my poem, like a little child, right? And then she says, no, I'm in a hurry. I want to go I also want to, please give me the blessing. Don't worry, I will take you before they reach Kailash. Okay? Anyway, they'll take some time because they have to fly all over. So give me my song. She said, then I will let you go. Then I will take you before them. He promised her. So that is when this is Vinayagar Agaval. That's when I started the one when you do. Every day morning we listen to that, right? So it has deep meaning, and she has put a lot of yogic concepts. That is where you see Kalal Karuttarivitte. மூலாதாரத்தில் மூங்கின்ற கனலை காலால் எழுப்பும் கருத்தறிவித்தே. The Shakti, Kundalini Shakti in Mooladhara, how to raise through air, through breathing, through pranayam, you have told me. She's telling all this in the poems. Yeah. Ganesha. So he gave me this, he gave me that, and all those things he would say. And then she reads a prayer to him very slowly and steadily. Then after this Vinayagar song, we still have the song with us in our Tamil community. We all pray. This is such a history. And then Vinayagar was so happy. You know what he did? He took his tumbikai, the trunk. He take her, just put her in Kailash.
Or transported her.
Took her and put her in Kailash. And that way she could meet. She went there before all the Siddhas, and they are all surprised. How can you come before us? So Lord Vinayagar remained this play with me. So I gave it to him. So she is that lady is amazing. She is very strict. And then so she has close connection with Muruga also. So when Muruga, when she was so hungry, she was praying on Muruga. And suddenly she comes across one of this jamun tree. But all the fruits are on the tribe at the top. She can't climb, right? She's the old lady. She always goes with a stick and everything. And so again she prays, my guru, you give me the fruit, but they're on the tree. What can you do? Then Lord Muruga says, wait, old lady, wait. Why are you in a hurry? Wait, I'm coming. Then she's wondering where is the noise coming from? Then noise comes right from the top. Muruga is staying right on the top of the tree. And then before giving the fruit, he's asking her, Sutta Paramenduma, Sudada Paramenduma. It's a famous dialogue in Tamil. Many people know it, but they don't know the real meaning of it. Okay? So that's why the Sutta review. So Sutta Param means real jnana. Sudada Param means the worldly knowledge. Okay? So she's with the Muruga is a lot of Siddhas. She always speaks in Tamil language too. So he's the twilight language. He spoke that language, and this lady is smart. She understands. So and he says she wants only the Sutta Param. I want to do Sudada Param. So you can have another meaning also. It can be unripe fruit and ripe fruit also. But she says, I want only Sutta Param, even though it is old, I don't mind. Give me that. So then Lord Muruga says to her, look at the twilight language, and there's a yoga involved there too. Okay, I'm giving it to you, but be careful. Udi sabda. It's very hard. Sudung, another udi sabda. That udi means, it will be very hard, so be careful. Blow some air and then do it. You know what's real meaning? Real means pranayam. Udi. So in fact, in pranayam, when I give the instruction, when you do our the first pranayam, I always say you need a sound of udal. In Tamil, there is the udal. The uduvanga. Udi, it's at the adupu. The olden days. So the sound has to be like
hollow pipe.
Hollow pipe. Yeah, I remember my mother used to use this hollow pipe. So hollow pipe, that noise should come. You can easily hear the noise. When I do real deep pranayam for the people here for the lesson, I try to make the noise. The noise comes out. It's real good. If your breath is very deep and no phlegm in your lungs and your pipe, and also when you have the Sushumna Nadi waken up, it is functioning, then you will get this noise. Everybody will get it. If you don't have it proper noise, that means Sushumna Nadi is still opening, or you still have phlegm in your thing. So when you do udi sabda, Muruga said, "Na kudukuren, but nana udi sabda." That means you have to do the pranayam and eat it. So when you do the pranayam repeatedly, that's what Thirumoolar says. And do meditation, then you get complete jnana. Suttarivu will come to you. That's the meaning. மெதுவாக பயிற்சி மனை நிறுத்தி கண்கள் எடுக்கும் வரையில் ஞானம் உண்டாகும். ஓகே, உன்னுடைய அபியாச ஒளிபற்று உள் ஓடும் என்றும் இதனால் ஞானம் கிட்டும் என்றும் இந்த நிலையானது மனமும் கண்விழிகளும் கூடியதால் அலைபாயும் மனதை நிறுத்தி நீயாக மாற முடிந்தது என்றும் மேலும் பிரம்மத்தை பற்றி. Okay, so by doing this you get the jnana. What kind of jnana you get? You know exactly who you are, the ultimate knowledge. That itself is more than enough, because once you know who you are, your connection with the community, the world, Prabhanja, Lord Shiva, everything, Shakti, Shivam, everything will be clear to you. Okay, at that stage. And the mind will be steady, stabilized. It won't be, remember I always say two words in Tamil, Sandai and Sindai. Okay, Sandai is like a big marketplace where there will be a lot of noise going around, right? That is the one kind of mind, all the thoughts coming. Sindai, only one thought, right? We are trying to get one thought. That's called Sindai. So just like that, you will get the Sindai, one direct mind by this meditation. That's what he says. So Nalaibayamanam, the mind which is, if you ask people to say meditate, no, I can't meditate because mind is going all this here and there. I can't do that, right? Many people complain all the time. But that will go away after some time once you start meditating. What in the hour of your time? Okay, because we finished the meditation late. So 5 more minutes. மரபணி என்றும் மேலும் பிரம்மத்தை பற்றி வேத உபதேசங்கள் மேலும் this is very important. மேலும் பிரம்மத்தை பற்றி வேத உபதேசங்களும் 6 வகையான சமய நூல்களும் 18 புராணங்களும் இன்னும் பலவும் கூறினாலும் அது முழுமையாக அறிந்து இல்லை என்றும் கூறுகிறார். See, you can read all those Puranas, you can read all those religious scriptures, everything, Upanishad, everything. So that will be only not reading knowledge. You understand only by reading, right? Chanting. But with this jnana you get out of meditating on the third eye, on the Prumati, on the central eyebrow, on the top tip of the nose, that jnana is experiential knowledge. You just get the knowledge by experience. That's called Suttari. Just like that. For many of you see Saraswati Sabadam, the movie, the Shivaji will start singing the song immediately. You won't even know how to speak, right? Dumb, huh? Deaf and dumb. You will be a deaf and dumb guy initially, and with Goddess Saraswati's blessings, you'll start singing her song. Okay? And the same thing happens with Tirunjana Sambandha. 3-year-old baby will start singing Thiruvashakam.
All prodigies.
Prodigies. So he can do that too. So all this happens to Tarivu, right? The Harivu, the knowledge that comes because of the third eye knowledge comes to them. So for particularly people born in India, we have so many evidences. You don't need to go much more in detail. These are all evidences available. Okay, and then lastly, he gives some more songs. I think we should keep it for next class. Okay, and again, it was only both of us now in this thing. So, you have any questions? Okay, all right. So I'm going to keep it right there. And we'll continue next week. That means week after next week, because next week we'll be there in Orlando celebrating the Hindu Heritage Month declared by our governor, and also we'll be together with our folks in the temple, and I encourage all the people to follow and also spread our Sanatana Dharma, as well as our yoga, our meditation techniques to attain mukti and live a proper life, and also spread the world peace. Live a diseaseless and deathless life. Okay, very, very diseaseless, ageless life, deathless life. Okay, so with that, I'm going to stop today's satsang. So let us do our survival. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namah Navasima. Mavayana Sisiyana Mava Vashimayana Om Shivayana Namah
Mavayana Shishiyana Mava Vashimayana Om
Shivayana Namah
Mavayana Shishiyana Mava Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiyana Mava Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Mavayana Shishiyana Mava Vashimayana Om
Shivaya Namah
Vashimayana Om.
Shivaya Namah.
Yana Vashima. Mabayana Shiyana Maba. Vashimayana
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.